30 meters, you had that race all yourself.
Yeah.
Was it the kind of start that you were looking for?
It was definitely the start I was looking for. I'd say a stronger reaction time, but I believe that'll just come with more races. I'm usually a guy who likes to build up into the races, but I'm really proud of what I've put together. You know, me and my coach were saying that you need to win the race from the 60s, and then, you know, coast through, and whatever we need to do is tax on at the end, we'll tax on at the end. But like, you're a 6'4" runner now. You need to run like one. I'm like, you got it, coach.
Is that the best you felt in a first round 100?
I would definitely say that's the best I've felt. I think I ran a little faster at Worlds last year, but I feel that I was like really, I didn't have what I was looking for in the first round of Worlds last year in the 100. I was still kind of searching. This year I felt like I have everything. I'm doing it, I'm executing it when I want it, and you know, it's coming. And I definitely ran through the line in the first round of Worlds last year. This time I shut it down after 60.
Do you have a time that you'd like to hit here in the semis or the final?
I definitely want to hit 9.7 for sure. I definitely want to get into that range, and I'd say from what we've seen in training, it'll come. It's just focusing in, you know, not racing the clock, but you know, running to win and letting your body take over.
How much different is it coming to the trials, one as an Olympian, two as a multi-time world champion?
I say as an Olympian, it is a huge confidence booster, knowing that you've been here before, knowing you know what it's going to take. I was talking to Tandra Buford-Bailey last Olympic trials, and it was after the hundreds, and she was like, the Olympic trials is like a lion. You know, you got to fight a lion when you get here. Now, if you don't know that you have to fight the lion, it's a whole different battle than when you know you're going to fight a lion when you go in. And that's what I feel like it's this time. Like, I know I'm coming to fight a lion this time, so I know what I'm gonna get into. Not saying it's gonna be any easier, but I'm gonna be more prepared for it.
Any pressure entering these trials?
After that round, no. I would say no pressure. I don't feel much pressure right now. I mean, I'm already coming in as the fastest 100-meter guy, third in the world. I mean, it's a lot better of a position I was in last year, so if I pulled off last year, I could definitely pull off this year.
Now, what are your thoughts on Grand Slam track, and would you be open to racing that series?
I love a lot of things about it. There's just a few key things that I'm not at liberty to discuss right now. I'd rather have a longer sit-down conversation where we don't have to worry about the Olympic trials and rounds going on in the background where we can talk about it. But I do like a lot of what it's doing. I like getting rid of the bibs, and I like the fact that there will be paid salaries for people who are participating throughout the whole thing. Like, I like that idea. It's almost giving a job to the athletes who need that job, you know? Not everybody can get into every Diamond League.
Did you say that your mom was next to Snoop in the stands?
Oh, they were watching it together. Yeah.
Have you gotten any feedback from him yet
I haven't met the guy. My mom met him before I did.
Where do you keep your Olympic medal? Why do you keep it there? And what do you think of it?
I have a trophy case that I keep it in my like our dining room table, which is kind of like our game room table. The only time I take it out is when we go do nonprofit things, and we take it out for the kids and we'll show them and they'll get excited. That's kind of like the in-between stages. It's constantly on the move. All my medals are constantly on the move. To be honest, I actually don't know where all of them are right now at this moment. My mom might have a few, I might have one, my girlfriend might have one, like they're moving. But to be honest, I think it's more of a show to the other kids that truly it's a sign of, hey, this is what I've accomplished, this is what I've gone through, and this is how far you can go if you put your mind to it as well.
Maybe Snoop has one too now at this point.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she showed it and then it was like, oh, where did I put that thing?
There were a lot of mixed emotions though when you won that bronze medal in Tokyo. How do you look back on that now? Like, do you feel differently about that bronze medal looking back when you did it?
I don't feel different about it. I don't like that thing. But I think by not liking it, it gives me the fire to keep going and keep pressing. And every time I turn around and be like, yeah, I think I'm doing enough, and then I'll turn around and look at the medal. All right, back to work.
Did you pull out a card from the briefcase today?
I did.
What, can you talk a little bit about it?
I pulled out, I don't have it on me. Where is that? Oh, I do have it on me. I pulled out a Blue Eyes White Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Talk about it.
So
what?
Me and Chase Ely have a bet going on. She said, if I pull out Yu-Gi-Oh cards each round, she'll wear the Rock Lee weighted shoes and drop weights during her finals. So I gotta live up to my part of the deal, so she lives up to her part of the deal.
What other Yu-Gi-Oh cards you have then?
I got some Exodia pieces.
All of them?
Are those like expensive?
We're gonna have to see through the rounds.
Are those cards expensive?
It depends which version you want. Not all of them are expensive. Some of them you can find for, you know, $15, $30. Some of them you could pay easily $500 for, depending on which ones you're looking for.
What's the story behind the briefcase and you bringing it to every meet? What's the deal with it?
The briefcase was to keep hype. If you go out and do something and people aren't, you know, understanding of it, it's like, oh shoot, like, oh, that just came out of nowhere. But if you're building up, generating excitement and hype, it's like, gosh, what's in the freaking briefcase? Like, you want to know what's in the briefcase.
I do.
Well, I pulled out this uniform, and this is all white. I got 3 more new uniforms, and they all come in the briefcase. We're gonna have to wait each time which color I'm gonna be pulling out of that briefcase.
No, do you study your competitors at all, and how much do you have to be aware of them going into semis and finals?
Yes and no. I sometimes will study for them. Sometimes I'll look at what I think they might be doing well, what I think I can use in my own races. But if I overstudy, it's too much work. If I'm looking at them every night and day, there's no reason for me to do that. If anything, I need to study myself and realizing what I need to be doing to improve.
How much are you doing that?
1 and then 2.
Sorry, looking at yourself, how much are you doing that when you're here?
When I'm here, I will probably look at my race about 7 times before the next race. Once we'll just be looking at it, twice we'll again just be looking at it. Third we'll be looking at it with my coach, and us texting back and forth. 5th and 6th time I might watch it in slow-mo, and then I'm like, all right, cool, I know what I need from it. I'm gonna put it away, let's go move to the next round.
Well,
if it's a semis though, in between semis and finals, I'll only watch it about 3 times.
Philosophical question for you.
Okay. I don't know if this is a place for it, but what?
Somebody who always has songs, right?
Okay.
Is that because you don't feel the pressure, or that helps you deal with it?
I think it helps me deal with the pressure. There's a lot of times where it's not as enjoyable, and you can forget why you're doing something. And when that time comes, I need to remember why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I have fun with this. I'm doing it because it's enjoyable. I have joy when I'm here. That's the energy that I try to create, and I try to keep going so I know when it gets tough, when it gets hard, and I think it's, you know, too much. It's like, hey, this isn't supposed to be that serious. This is just running. I'm just here to run, you know, and I'm good at that. All I gotta do is be me, and I'm pretty damn good at being me.
Last year you didn't do the double, right? Because you already had the bye, but this time you have to do both. How are things different in terms of mindset and preparation?
After doing the triple at Worlds, I'm ready for anything. All I know is I need to get sleep, and everything else will take care of itself. I have my whole medical team that I took from World Championships here, so I'm gonna be ready. And I'm gonna have to end it there, you guys.
Thank you, Noah.
Thanks, Noah.
I'll see you guys at the finals.